How do you answer that?
I don't think you can buy elections. Californians are too smart for that. What you can do is get your message out so Californians have a real choice between someone who has, been part of California politics for his whole life versus someone who, as I said, brings a real new and fresh and common sense perspective. And the great thing about being able to invest my own money in this race is it does give me an independence. If I'm elected governor, I will go to Sacramento and I will not owe anything to anybody except for the voters of California. And that is a complete contrast to my opponent, who is bought and paid for by the public employee unions. His campaign is funded by the public employee unions. The independent expenditures that have now spent $30 million against me are virtually all funded by the public employee unions. And I'm up against a big force. Over the last 4 or 5 years, the unions have spent $300 million to control politics in Sacramento. So, what I'm doing is giving voters a choice about the future and a way forward for California that's exciting, that says, what, we can be the innovation state again. We can lead the country versus the past.
Meg, but Jerry Brown and other Democrats have charged that you're going to be the gotcha governor if you should get to Sacramento, that you've got a number of surprises, and that you would invariably have to raise taxes, for example. Can you claim now, to close this massive deficit in your state, that you could do that all without raising taxes?
Absolutely. And guess who has proved this? Governor Christie in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Governor
but your
deficit's
bigger.
Not as a percentage basis. It's not versus New Jersey.
So you would swear off raising taxes?
Absolutely. The last thing California needs
taxes?
is higher taxes.
I'm sorry to be so rude, but would you swear off raising taxes, period, during your governorship?
I would swear off raising taxes. The way we put this budget back together is, first, we have to create jobs. Think about a family. A family's budget gets back together when someone gets a job in that family. When jobs are coming back to California, there's more employees paying taxes, more companies paying taxes, so we get better tax revenue in California. And then we have to eliminate some government spending. There's going to be some tough trade-offs, but I've got a plan to save $15 billion of spending by the state government that's going to make California stronger, not weaker. And if we do those two things, we'll be able to put this budget back together.
Now, would you lead, as Chris Christie, you mentioned, in New Jersey is trying to lead, an effort on the part of Republican governors to reverse the health care law, to, as John Boehner has said in Washington, to starve it?
Well, the health care law that's been passed by Obama and Pelosi is not good for California. We could end up with an incremental $3 billion of what they call an unfunded mandate, meaning a burden on the state of California that we have no way to pay, on top of the $20 billion budget deficit that we already have. It's also going to hurt small businesses. Small businesses in this state are really struggling. I just walked into the hotel we're doing this interview with, and the general manager said, gosh, businesses around us are failing. The bureaucracy, the red tape, the taxes are killing businesses in this area. So here we are, just struggling to get out of this recession, and we're going to put yet another burden on small business. I think it's the wrong thing to do. I think there's other approaches that could have made some forward progress on health care, like getting more people insured, certainly not having people who had pre-existing conditions be denied or be thrown off a health care policy. But the current plan is not the way to go.
Meg Whitman, always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Neil. Nice to see you.
Same here. Meg Whitman, the Republican gubernatorial candidate, California, calls out to Jerry Brown. Hope springs eternal. I've had him on many, many times in many capacities.